Hi, Joan. Welcome to BizTalk. That's my great pleasure having you. How are you
Thank
doing?
you. Thank you, Max. It's my pleasure to be here presenting a virtual project and see what is your reaction, actually.
Thank you for coming. So let's start talking about, first of all, yourself, who you are, because startup is all about funders and virtual.
Sure. So my name is Joao Lages. I'm from Portugal. And a little bit about my background. I went to law school and I went also to international business law area. But in the end, I went completely off course. So I went to the banking industry and I worked there for more than 5 years at BNP Paribas. I worked mainly on the internal audit department, which gave me a big overview of on how it works, how the banking institution, how a big company works. I went through all the departments that you can imagine. Let's say the marketing one, the business one, internal control, risk, finance, whatever. So I could see on a global perspective how things need to work to go well, to have a good growth, let's call it. And in the last year and a half, I also advised on several blockchain projects, from the idea to the structure, and then finally to the ICO, IDO, and I also follow them in other compliance matters and structure matters. So I've been in crypto since 2017, and this is where it came out, the idea, So now talking a bit about eVirtual. eVirtual is a bridge between the traditional finance world, Web 2, and the blockchain world, Web 3. And starting to present the problem. So right now, we have in Europe an inflation of 5%. And the traditional finance world can give you what, like 0.5% per year on your money? Well, this in simple math means that you're basically losing your money by keeping it in your bank accounts. But in the meanwhile, in Web3, you have a lot of opportunities to generate passive income through stablecoins. A stablecoin, for those who are not aware, is a representation of a fiat currency on the blockchain. It can be either USD, it can be euros, it can be yens, it can be whatever you want. There are many types of stablecoins. I will not go in deep, but what I can say is that this passive income that is steady and stable can be generated on the blockchain through the stablecoins. But at the same time, you have one problem, is that the euro stablecoins are completely lagging behind. So you have 180 billion approximately of USD stablecoins emitted, and euro stablecoins, it's 0.6, almost nothing compared to the USD stablecoins. And the GDP of Europe and the United States is not that far off. So there is a big gap in here. And why is this important? Because it is curious that the Europeans are the ones that mostly go to the decentralized finance platforms. As you can see here in this graph, first are the Europeans leading the DeFi visits, and only after comes North America, which includes Canada and the United States, but only after Europe. And who is visiting from these Europeans? Who is visiting these DeFi platforms? It's mostly large institutions and the professionals and the people with a lot of money, let's say, or corporates with a lot of money and knowledge to do so. This is why the retail and the small retail are getting behind all the complexity of the blockchain, which I completely understand because it is complex. As you can see in here, the small retail represents almost nothing in the access to these DeFi platforms. So eVirtual and EURV, it's a stable coin that we emitted and which is pegged to euro, will fill these two gaps. This is a perfect representation of what we are doing. We take all the complexity and all the jargon that exists around blockchain and tech and finance and whatever. We funnel it and the user sees a clean user interface with which he can interact very easily. So if he wants to invest, he just clicks on two buttons. If he wants to send, he just clicks on two buttons. He doesn't need to create a wallet. He doesn't need anything. We give them a neobank experience to these products, basically. As I was saying, we put everything in one place. You can create your euros on the blockchain. You have your own EVEN account, which is a true EVEN account. It's not a top-up account. So you can do your normal SEPA, SWIFT payments, and they have a debit card to use on your daily life. And at the same time, you can access the decentralized finance world, which can generate yields from 10 to 20 to 30%, depending much on the risk that you want to assume, of course. And at the same time, if you want to buy any kind of cryptocurrency, you can also do it with a click of a button. Very simply go through euros to this kind of crypto. We focus a lot on the transparency and security. So regarding the stablecoin, because we want to assure a security to the user, every euro that is on the blockchain, that is called the URV, is completely and 100% backed by euros that are in the custody of the Central Bank of Lithuania. And how will the user trust us, you may ask? Because we'll have independent audits, monthly audits, and we are even thinking about live audits where you can compare the total emitted on the blockchain and the total that is in the custody of the Bank of Lithuania. We also include a strong compliant framework, which is very important in every evolving legal framework in Europe. So we obtained a crypto license in Lithuania. We have a partnership with an electronic money institution. We have implemented the KYC and also transactions monitoring on the blockchain. Not only the fiat part, but also the blockchain transactions. We implemented a tool that gives this kind of monitoring on chain. We received a grant from 1inch, which is a big partner in the area. This is our EME partner, Verified Payments, also called Verifo, which is registered in the Bank of Lithuania. And we have some soft commitments of blockchain companies that want to onboard with us. Because with this, we also are solving another pain point for many crypto companies. If you have a crypto company, you may have this problem, opening a bank account or an EVEN account for your daily management of fiat. It's super complicated. It can take even 4 to 5 months, and we will do it in a week. We will not, because we are knowledgeable about the products, and because our partner is knowledgeable about the products, crypto products, we don't have any problems in onboarding these kind of companies. So we facilitate their entry into the traditional finance world. So now passing on to the team, it's me, the general manager, which I cover almost all aspects of the daily life of the company. Rafael is the tech lead, Nuno Fernandes as product manager, Francisco as the growth strategist, João Novaes in the finance and business model lead, and André, which is my cousin, in the legal and compliance framework, which is super important for this project. In terms of roadmap, the idea came up in the Q3 of 2021. In the next quarter, in 2021, we initiated the development stage, so the the app itself. We obtained the crypto license, the 1-inch grant, and we also launched the first EURV on the blockchain in Ethereum and Polygon. In this quarter, in 2022, we closed the partnership with the electronic money institution, and the apps are ready in about 1 to 2 weeks to be launched to the beta users. In the next quarter, we will introduce the first earned product. In the next one, we'll introduce the second earned product, and in the last quarter of this year, we'll introduce the third earned product, which the user can access. For 2023, our vision is to have a launch pad, because we have a lot of experience in this area, so projects can, in a compliant manner, create their own tokens and launch it on our platform. And we will also have a thematic crypto funds. And what is this? This is like an ETF, let's call it. Imagine that you want to invest on the metaverse, and you don't know anything about the metaverse. You don't know which cryptocurrency is linked with the metaverse. No worries. We have a bag of the most important metaverse crypto, and you just click on this bag and you are investing on the metaverse. The same happens for DeFi products or for blue chip crypto. So everything in the sense of simplifying the user life. And this is it for the presentation of the project.
Thank you, Joe. Pretty interesting. I mean, we talk so much about. If you want to take away the deck, so we can talk more. We've been talking a lot about metaverse and crypto, but there is so much to learn. We have been talking, yes, a lot, but we're still talking about a very beginning industry. So especially when it comes to blockchain, which again, so much talk about blockchain, but we still need to see the effectiveness of this technology. Now, coming to your platform, and after is going to be an application as well. You said I'm going to open my account, for example, in fiat, and after I'm going to convert my account in stable euro coins, right? Why should I do this?
Because right now, for you to invest in these high yield products that are on the blockchain, you need to have some knowledge about it. You need to create a wallet, you need to buy stable coin, and then you can go to the protocols and put your money there and then retrieve your earnings. With our platform, you go directly from euros to these products. The flow is like this. You have euros and you click on the product that you want to start investing in. It goes to URV, URV goes to the protocol, okay? And then if you want to redeem, the same happens. It goes to URV, the protocol, URV, euros. So you only see euros. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to create a wallet. We do everything for you. In the back end, we are doing the hard work, and you can go directly from euros to your product, to your desired product. Of course, we'll have products that can earn you 10% APY, but we will also have products that can earn you 20, 30%, depending on the risk that you want to assume. Of course, as the APY increases, the risk also increases. But with all investments comes a certain level of risk. These protocols are quite tested and quite stable, the ones that we are going to choose, because we know that there are a lot of scams on the blockchain, a lot of rug pulls, whatever. That's why we will curate these products, and we'll put only the ones that are backed by big institutions or already have a track record of being safe and secure.
How do you disclose the protocols, how any protocols is composed, and how much is the return?
It really depends. You have, for example, liquidity mining. on Uniswap. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. So basically, a decentralized exchange to work, they need the liquidity on the pairs as an exchange. They need liquidity on these pairs, let's call Ethereum and URV. There is a pair called Ethereum and URV. For a transaction to occur in this decentralized exchange, there needs to exist some liquidity in this pair. And to give liquidity, you earn a certain amount of the percentage that is charged to those that are swapping between them. So I go there, I do the swap, and I pay 0.3% of the total value. And the ones that are giving liquidity are the ones receiving this kind of percentage. So this amounts usually, or in the average, to around 10% APY. But for example, if you go to the Anchor protocol or to Yearn Vaults, something more exotic, it can give you, for example, 30% or 20%. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of products. We just try to choose the ones that have less risk and that are most secure.
You know, what about educating your users? You are extremely young, you just get started now, but crypto is an extremely can be very profitable, but very challenging and sometimes scary place to be.
Yeah.
So many people talk about crypto. Many people yesterday were absolutely nobody know who this guy were. Tomorrow they are savvy crypto advisors. So there is also so much scam out there.
Yeah, agree.
I believe anyone is going to use crypto blockchain. Anyway, blockchain is related to the structure, how you build up your platform. But anything related to a virtual, let's call virtual money, but anyway, money are all virtual. Anything related to crypto has to give some kind of education. Now, if I'm coming to your platform, how can I understand what I'm exactly doing?
Sure, it's a nice question to make. Basically, when you're investing in one product, there is a little button there if you want to learn more about it. And you just click there and there is an explanation. And if you want to know even more about it, we have an agreement with a YouTuber that is not a typical YouTuber that, you know, this kind of things that happens in scams. It's a guy that does little drawings and explains the things really, really simple. So let's say that you want to invest in the liquidity mining product. First, it will appear a little text explaining what it is. And then if you want, you can open the YouTube video for that specific product. And in 9 minutes, you will be able to understand what is liquidity mining and how it works.
How do you make money?
Basically, we have fee over the gains that the user has made, not over the total invested, only on what he has earned, okay? And also, we have a spread on the swap or buy or sell crypto. And finally, we have a fee on the withdrawals of crypto on-chain. The part of fiat, we are trying to give them almost for free, or for free, completely for free, because we want people to enter and exit as they wish. So you don't need to in the end, okay, I want to withdraw my gains, and now I have to pay, I don't know, 50 or 100 euros to do it. Because we don't want that, we left the fiat part with no cost at all. So the user can do his normal, like say, Revolut experience with absolutely no costs.
So when I'm going to have 100,000, for example, in my stable euro account, I'm moving to the to my euro account fiat. I'm moving to the stable euro. I'm going to pay some exchange here.
No,
No.
you won't.
So I'm paying when I'm withdrawing from the investment to the stable.
Exactly, but only on the profit that you make.
Okay.
So we only charge you on the profit that you make.
Okay.
And we charge on the withdrawals in crypto, okay? Not in fiat, in crypto. We charge a fee on the withdrawals of crypto.
Okay. What about application? What's going to be the difference between your platform today and adding the application?
You have it everything in one hand. Well, the 25 to 45 and those ones that know how to use an app, they prefer to have an app. Okay, you have the web app as well if you want to access via web, but well, nowadays everyone does his management in their phone. It's inevitable, you know. They do the money management in their phones. They do the banking management of their money in their phone. So it is inevitable to have an app to do so.
No, that's correct. Absolutely, I agree. But phone is limited to a certain number of applications. I've seen so many platforms working quite well on the web, but moving to the application are not downloaded. Now, what's your marketing plan to make sure that you're doing something that makes sense financially and economically talking?
Well, financially and economically talking, the development of the app, it's the same. Also, the web app and the normal apps are like one set together. So if you launch one, it's very easy to launch the other two because they are built on the same system. Let's call it like this. So it is very easy to adapt the both things. And you were wondering how we are going to gain users, right, on the app?
How do you market?
Okay. And the market that we are targeting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So first, we are targeting markets like France and Germany to start because they have the most crypto-friendly adoption by the people, and because they are big markets. But finally, our total market is Europe. Our total market will be Europe, but we need to start somewhere. So we will start with France and Germany. And we will do everything by digital marketing. And we can also test some other channels like influencers channels, but we also have a go-to-market that will cost us €0. And why is that? Because normally companies need to pay a certain fee to list their tokens. Crypto companies need to pay a certain fee to list their tokens. And what we'll do is, okay, I will list your token here. You just need to do PR for me. Let's say our token is now listed on eVirtual Exchange, and with this we go company and token by token, and we get PR for free, and they get their token listed in another platform. So it's a win-win situation. We have already 4 or 5 soft commitments in this sense, and we will first start with this because it's free, and then we will also try to reach out to the influencers market by giving them a percentage of the fees that their onboarders make in our platform. So this will generate leads without costing us almost nothing in terms of marketing. Of course, at the same time, we will be testing the different marketing channels. Let's call it the Google ads, the Facebook ads, the whatever ads. And after seeing what works for us, we will push the button on that one and we will start generating the leads.
Who is your target in terms of age? Between 20 and 30, 30 and 40?
Yeah. So our customer persona is between 25 and 45, but also anyone who can use a banking app. They are a bit knowledgeable about tech because they can use the app. They are a bit knowledgeable about finance because they can understand that their money is not doing anything in the bank and they want to invest it, but they don't know where to invest it. And usually they don't have the time to search for these kind of investments. And then they go to the bank and they say, okay, I want to start investing. And the guy over the counter says that they have 1% per year. So the guy just thinks, okay, I don't want to lock my money for 10 years for 1%. This is our main target for starters. You know, we want to start with this kind of people, and then we will expand for the more retail, let's say, area.
I mean, you're an entrepreneur. What's your vision? Where do you see your company in 3 years' time, 5?
In 3 years to 5 years, we imagine ourselves already being onboarding every country in the European Union. And with this, we expect to have around 5 million users to 8 million users in 4 to 5 years.
How much are you raising?
We are raising 600,000 euros, and we are open to a convertible note.
So how is going to be, looks like, your scaling strategy? How do you scale this company?
Well, mainly through the digital marketing channels. And because we have some partnerships with our electronic money institution, our fixed costs will not change a lot. I'm going to explain why. Because our EME, they give us all the compliance functions, and there is a fixed monthly fee. And no matter if it is 100 customers or 1,000 or 1 million customers, the fee is the same. There is a little value for per KYC, let's say it, but this fee is fixed. So in terms of costs, we are covered in this area. But then to scale, what we'll do is B2C, it's like this. You need to inject money to generate leads, to bring the users, and try to get them to stay on the platform. And now we are reaching another point that is very interesting. That is, how do we get them to stay with us? And we thought of a strategy that is the gamification of the complete experience of the user. So you can imagine having your little avatar on the platform that will grow, and that can grow from stage to stage, and that goes from a tier to another tier by using the platform. So let's imagine you do a transaction, and that generates X amount of points. And this will accumulate on your avatar. And then your avatar will evolve to another thing. And then you can do an NFT of that avatar and then maybe transact it in the secondary market. Or, for example, with this amount of points, you can reduce your fees and enjoy better conditions on your account.
Now, I like to ask you, everyone, why investors should invest in yourself, first of all, and in Virtual?
Sure, it's always a complicated question, if I can be honest. Of course, we are not the best guys in the world. We are not the.
You never know.
Well, no, I'm just being honest. You know, we are not like the. I think we are not the best guys in the world, the most smarter in the world. But one thing that we have is a big desire for the space, the blockchain space. We really, really believe that this is the way to bring the next billion users to the blockchain by simplifying things for them. And also to do this kind of partnerships with licensed institutions. And with the next legislation approval in Europe, I'm pretty confident that more users will have the confidence to come to the blockchain. But as I was saying, just not to get off topic, we are hard workers and we believe in this project and we will do everything to push this to a next level, you know. And why virtual? Because it is what I've just said. So it is the simplification of the blockchain space, which is super interesting. It's like a financial revolution. And if you look at it, maybe people that are in the blockchain, they already have a little bias because they think that is already mainstream. But if you look outside the blockchain world, it is not mainstream at all. You can talk with 2 or 3 friends of yours and you will see that it's not mainstream at all. So they don't know they can generate passive income. Maybe they don't even know what is passive income, but when they will know it, they will put their money there, because passive income and compound interests, it's the 7th wonder of the world. You can in 40 years generate a lot of money. You just need to be patient, you know. It's not a quick scam win that you invest 100 and you get millionaire. It's not that, but well, it's the next greater thing, let's call it.
I do wish you all the best, Joao. Absolutely. And
Thank you, Max.
Thank you so much for coming to BizTalk. It's been a very great pleasure for me.
Thank you.
Take care.